What's up, guys? Back on this lovely hump day to continue on reading with chapter 10. This one's a little bit longer, so possibility it might be a two-part video. So make sure you guys are watching both part 1 and part 2 if each chapter is separated, because you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff if you do that. So I'll go ahead and start. Love part 2. Love to not pride myself in what I'm good at, but instead sit reticent while listening to every word she has to say. To embrace each waking moment I have her tangled within the strength of my arms. To gently touch her scars from past trials and defeat, only wanting to heal them and never cause further emotional destruction. To look her in the eyes, only letting truth fall from my lips. To never allow her to go a single day questioning her own worth and the place that she holds in my heart. She only deserves my very best to my absolute worst. It is my responsibility to maintain an appropriate stature, never placing pain in her heart, worry in her mind, or set her face to frown. Never letting my love be a mystery, but to let it flourish willingly and innocently. Tears that may fall should be granted upon optimism, not as a result of my negligence and arrogance. So, my best friend Johnny's pit bull Sandy was killed by antifreeze yesterday. I scratched at my goatee waiting for Sky to respond. Holy fuck, is he alright? Not at all. We were pretty positive on who did it though. So what are you guys gonna do? It was probably this guy Charlie who has been giving us a hell of a boat full of fucking threats. Why does this guy have such a vendetta against you and your friends? Funny story, I used to date his girlfriend back in high school. I've been messing around with her lately, and he found out and kicked my fucking ass. He wasn't in any position to stop until I finally left Nikki alone. But we haven't spoken in days, and this guy is still after us. Damn. That's some crazy ass shit you've got going on. What else went on between you guys? I took a large intake of smoke before explaining the whole situation. I was certain she was going to think I was insane for what I've done lately, but instead, she was interested and wanted every detail. By the end of my incredibly deteriorating, disastrous wreckage of a life story, Sky opened up and began telling me about a horrible breakup she once had. I'm sorry you're going through all of that shit. A while back, I was really into this guy. I mean, he was everything I wanted down to perfection. Tan, Hispanic with an amazing swag. I ended up moving here to wait for him because he said that he needed to get money in order to come with. Well, I waited for almost 2 weeks, and it eventually became annoying. The constant, oh, I'm working on it, I'll be there soon, baby, got on my fucking nerves. A girl I'm like best friends with now called me one day telling me that she walked in on him with another girl. It literally shattered my heart. I just couldn't believe it. I moved all the way here for him to a fucking city I knew nothing about, not knowing a single person. He just left me and didn't give a shit. I was sad to know over the fact that anyone could be so fucking heartless, you know? I've had worse relationships, but that's what landed me here in Chicago. I love it here now, though. I actually know people and I'm doing well for myself. But at first, I honestly had no idea what the fuck I was going to do or what I got myself into. That's insane. I'm glad you're so strong-willed and have the power to keep moving forward. That's actually quite admirable. I went on telling her about my past with Nikki, hoping her opinion about me wouldn't change. Wow. You two were freaky as fuck, but that's awesome. I've never really been one for indulging in thoughts of getting tied up and beaten by a lover, but it's probably because another ex of mine, we used to get into physical altercations. I wouldn't consider myself an over-the-top rough candidate in bed, but I usually adjust to my partner. Wait, you let another guy beat up on you? Don't judge me, laugh out loud. I was in love with him, or at least thought I was. He was my first for everything. That's why I took it so hard. It's not like he beat me to a pulp or anything. We'd just slap and I'd shove him around, you know, shit like that. To think about it all, it was just a horrible relationship. He'd make fun of me when we were younger because I had bad acne, calling me things like pizza face, a greaser, etc. He also told me that no one would ever love me or want me because of how I looked. He was just an insensitive asshole. But now that bitch is overwhelmed with regret because I went from ugly to what I look like now, and his ass cannot stand it. I must agree. You're just yum. Haha. In the middle of our conversation, my phone started buzzing. I leaned over to see Tiffany's name etched across the screen. Just out of curiosity, I opened it to a picture message, and what I saw nearly gave me a fucking heart attack. A positive pregnancy test sat on my phone screen. I immediately dialed her number, only letting it ring once. Tiffany ignored my call. I sent a text message begging for her to answer me or to at least call me back ASAP. Instead, I went all night with anxiety nestled in my gut. Shit, I muttered, digging my nails into the side of my head. I lied in bed for hours without sleeping, trying to conjure up what the fuck to do. I had to turn to the only one I considered to be the closest with, so I called Trenton. At first, he was disgruntled due to the fact that I woke his ass up at 2 a.m. for advice. But he later lightened up once I explained the extension of my issue. Man, what the fuck is going on now? Shh, dude, lower your fucking voice before my father kills us both. Sorry, he whispered. Tell me what happened. I was talking to Sky and got a picture message from Tiffany. Of her tits? He joked. Shut the hell up, would ya? No. How about a goddamn pregnancy test? And guess what? That shit was positive. I whispered loudly. Trenton cupped his mouth and then cupped mine just to hush me. What are you gonna fucking do, Malice? Can you not fertilize every female you plow, you shithead? I don't fucking know. What do you think I should do? And now's not the time for your smart-ass remarks either. This is serious. I think for starters, you both need to talk in person. Then have her agree to get an abortion. Break clean and call it a fucking day, bro. That's what I would do. I dug my nails into my scruff, dragging them down to my chin, contemplating. I guess I could do that. Trent grabbed my shoulder. No, you will do that. The last fucking thing you need right now is a damn kid. I nodded in agreement, walking him to the front door. I tried calling Tiffany once more before falling asleep. All I got in return was a text message telling me that we would talk tomorrow. That's all the clarity I needed. The following day, Tiffany approached me with haste when she saw me. Bree's having another get-together, if you're interested. That's not what we need to discuss right now. And yes, I know. Trent told me earlier. She sagged with a sigh. What are you so worried about? Because it's my fucking kid in there? My chest tightened. It might not be. Her eyes veered off. My head cocked slightly as I narrowed my eyes. What in the fuck does that mean? It means it could possibly be someone else's. I fell victim to a weak moment, fucking someone out of spite. My eyes enlarged while my brain scrambled to find words. Who else have you been seeing? Saw. It was only once, she corrected. You're going to hate me after I tell you. Tiffany? I lowered my voice, remaining firm. Who the fuck did you sleep with? My heart pounded beneath my chest. She gave a hard swallow before responding. Charlie? My mouth dropped open, standing in the middle of solid oblivion. I felt the room spin out around me, feeling like the floor was about to drop out from beneath me. Charlie's name echoed inside of my head, causing me to fall over. I hit the linoleum so hard with my feint. Trent and his father helped me stand to my feet when I came back around. Whoa, that was fucking weird. Yeah, you fainted. Are you alright? Yes, thanks. Tiffany, we're not done discussing this, I said before walking away. I sat in a brooding silence on the way to Bree's house. In time, a headache surfaced from the clenching of my jaw muscles. Dude, chill out. We're going to have fun. Are you okay? My head is starting to hurt. Here, take one of these. A white pill sat in the middle of Trent's palm. I shined my phone across it to determine what I saw. And it was a 10-milligram Percocet. Well, I'm going to be extremely fucked up. I chased the pill with the amber liquid that filled my flask. I told you they were gonna find a use for that damn thing. Now let me get some. Once we arrived, I noticed my finally finished motorcycle was parked outside next to Johnny's car. I guess he wanted to surprise me. I saw Tiffany sitting poolside with Bree and some other girls I didn't know. Seeing Trent, Bree jumped up to greet us while Tiffany remained seated. Just to be an ass, I plopped down next to her, taking a swig of my flask before speaking. My arrogance began to surface its little head the more I drank. What possessed you to do such a stupid thing? My enemy? I mean, seriously? I was way past the point of being sober as anger pulled at my nerves, forcing the jackass to come out of me. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I wasn't. I didn't really consider the long-term effects. That's apparent, I sneered. Look, it was a huge mistake, and I'm sorry. I'm going to get an abortion regardless. I mean, how'd you even get that psycho-obsessive bitch to sleep with you anyhow? She looked taken aback by my comment. Okay, rude much? Anyway, I ran into him at the store, and we began talking after he complimented me on my looks. Once he told me who he was, the plan just unfolded before me. I wanted to get you back because you really hurt me, Mally. So he invited me over and I gladly accepted. I started feeding his ego by gently running my hands all over him to turn him on, which was rather easy, no offense in his regards. Then he advanced by pulling me into his lap, and in a matter of seconds we were having sex on the edge of his bed. Stomach bowel rose in my throat, while my sick, twisted mind just wanted to know all of the gruesome details involving Tiffany's revenge fuck. How was it, My ego was testing me. Are you serious? What do you even want to know? My hands took her in by the throat so tightly that the veins in my hand began to bulge. I must know if you were satisfied. Consider me an asshole, but it's a guy thing. Of all things to gloat about, you're going to let your overbearing male ego take flight? No, I wasn't, and no, it wasn't better. She pried my hand from her throat. That's all I needed to know. I stood to my feet. Hey, Mally, catch, Johnny hollered. I raised a hand, feeling the impact of my bike keys meeting my palm. I saw that you finished her. She looks immaculate, and I really appreciate it. Well, surprise, he smiled. Take better care of her this time around. Before I could walk away, I saw Nikki and her group of friends around the corner of the house, entering through the back gate. Where the fuck is this bitch? Oh, shit. Trent choked on his beer. Is that her, Mally? Huh? Is that Tiffany? Nikki yelled at me. Instinctively, I stood in between the two of them because I knew Nikki would wreck Tiffany and light her fucking world up. Who is this bitch who obviously wasn't invited? Bree stood up, walking over to where we were gathered. The entire crowd became silent, leaving its awkwardness to exaggerate the controversy. Malice, you'd better fucking answer me now. Stop protecting that little cunt, Nikki bit out. She had rage in her eyes, and I knew the extent of intensity that she was feeling inside. Nikki, please, don't do this. I lowered my voice. What? Defend my fucking relationship? That bitch fucked my boyfriend, and I want to know why. My eyes darted intently into hers, recapping her public announcement of admitting her official relationship status. He's a pitiful fuck for starters. Before Tiffany could finish her sentence, Nikki flew through me, tackling Tiffany to the ground. Sitting on top of her, Nikki began wailing the shit out of her. Tiff rolled over in her attempt to restrain Nikki while Johnny and Trenton pulled them apart. For some reason, I just decided to stand there and watch instead of being the hero. I was the reason why they were fighting to begin with, and I knew it. Trent had Nikki and Johnny held back while they continued squirming, trying to get at one another. Stay the fuck away from my boyfriend, slut. I know she's your little fuck toy, Malice, but I advise you to keep her on a tighter fucking leash because next time, it won't be so good for her. Nikki cut her eyes, yanking away from Trenton's grasp. Her friends scrambled right behind, back through the gate while Colton followed to verify their exit. He put his thumb in the air, continuing to drink his beer. Looking back at Tiffany, I remained smug with disgust. Now look at what you've caused. Jesus Christ. Correction. Look at what you've caused, asshole. Tiffany stormed off. Taking a rugged breath, trying to process what just happened. Bro, you need to keep your hose on a better lockdown. That shit just got real as fuck. I glared at Trent before taking off into the darkness. You've been drinking, Malice. Don't you dare ride that bike home, Colton yelled after me. I flipped on the berm and continued to leave. Cranking my engine, I struggled to see the road ahead of me. I flew down the road until I got onto the highway. I wanted to take advantage of the free ride space by riding the center line and watching the night sky pass me by. Coming up to a red light, it seemed to have taken forever just to turn green. Meanwhile, A car pulled up next to me playing extremely loud music. I glanced over and saw Dean and Raymond. In disbelief, I squinted to be certain on who it was I was staring at. "Healed up nice, I see, Malice." Dean grinned. I flared my nostrils, defiantly spat towards the side of his car. Watching the light across the pavement turn green, I jerked my head forward, pulling back on the throttle, flying down the street. I didn't think twice about giving them any leeway to endanger my life once again. Finally making it home, I snuck into my house, tumbling down the hallway, trying desperately to lessen the noise of my movement. I fell to my nightstand in search of the cord that hung from my ceiling fan. Due to my failed attempt, I sat on my floor for God knows how long while trying to stop the world in my room from further rotation. The message tone went off on my laptop, making me jump out of my skin. I flew onto my bed, waking up my monitor to see that Sky had messaged me. "You awake?" I looked down at the keys as they appeared to grow in size and shrink again. I violently shook my head, trying to clear my vision to reply. "Yes, but barely," laugh out loud. "Fucked up?" "Extremely." We talked again for a few hours while I sobered up. This time things reached a little more of a critical level. I told her about how my father was towards me and how my mother is now since her accident. I wasn't fishing for sympathy, just someone to listen, and she did just that. "I'm so sorry to hear about your home life. That's terrible how your father is towards you. I wish you weren't dealing with that all the time. You seem pretty tough, though, having been through all sorts of shit. You have no idea. So to get my mind on a better subject, I'm curious. What are the meanings behind your ink?" "Well, my left forearm says La Vita è Bella, which means life is beautiful in Italian. I also have a clock. I wanted something that had to do with time. For example, time flies, don't waste it, for it's precious. The third is a quote I got when I was depressed, wanting to just feel something. I need to drown out my crucial feelings, bound by an episode which says embrace beauty, be brave and unique, believe in dreams and have faith and love. And I have a pink bow on the back of my neck that matches one of my best friends. The most recent is on my right forearm of an owl hovering a heart-shaped locket. Its resemblance signifies the old saying, a wise old bird sat on an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that old wise bird? Pretty much a personal reminder to always be wise about who I let inside my heart. I just sat there rereading their meetings once more, filing the information away into my memory. This girl was battling something fierce, but her mystery kept me on my toes, causing my feelings to adorn and prosper. I returned the detail about my tattoos and told her more of my interests, including what I wanted out of life. The simplicity of her charisma had my heels over my fucking head, falling into a deeper ocean of her aura. For days, we continued staying up late talking until the wee hours of the night. I told Sky things that I haven't even told anybody else. Not even sure other guys. There was something incredibly unique about her, and it had taken me over. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. That's chapter 10. Definitely have to catch up with 11, so I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Thank you.